Gia is alive and feeling super. Moments after being shot and left for dead by Gravik, Gia took the Super Skrull treatment before she left New Skrullos. Combine that with Skrull shapeshifting, and the MCU may just deliver Emilia Clarke transforming into a big green dragon. She's not actually dead. She heals thanks to her new Extremis abilities, one of many she probably has now. Flashback sequence, this time to Paris in 2012, shortly after the events of the Avengers. In what's become a recurring motif for the show, Fury walks into a bar and meets Varra. They talk about the Avengers for a bit, and Fury asks her about the book she's reading. It's a collection of poems by American poet Raymond Carver, and Fury asks her to tell him her favorite. The poem in question, Late Fragment, is framed as a conversation between two people, so they read it together. It goes like this. Cut to the present day, and Priscilla is sitting in St. James Church where she is met by Rhodey, now confirmed to be a Skrull rebel. She asks him about Fury getting fired, and Rhodey tells her that he fired him himself. She questions how that figures into Gravik's plan, but that's information she does not get. Skrull Rhodey gives Priscilla an order. The Skrull that's impersonating Rhodey orders Priscilla to kill Fury at their home in the country. Meanwhile, Fury is listening in thanks to a bug he placed on Priscilla. She tries to convince Rhodey that Fury is a broken man who they don't need to fear or kill. However, Rhodey dismisses her concerns and makes an ominous statement about what he's going to do. Elsewhere, Pagan talks to Gravik about Gia while they are preparing for another attack, but Gravik tells him that he's already taken care of her. Right now, their concern is the strike. The plan is to attack a high-profile American target disguised as Russian troops, which should finally kick off the war that Gravik's been planning all this time. Talos and Gia talk about what happened, with Talos apologizing to his daughter. She says she doesn't need an apology. All she needs is to know that Talos has a plan. He does have one, but unfortunately it's not one she likes. Talos believes that once they put down the Skrull insurgency, they will be able to use that as a bargaining chip to convince the president to give the Skrulls an amnesty, so they can continue to live on Earth. Gia tells him he's delusional and leaves, Fury admitting his greatest mistake. Back at the Fury residence, Priscilla returns and finds Nick in the kitchen, having once again forgotten to put on his wedding ring. He makes them tea and they sit down to talk. Fury confronts her about working with Gravik, telling her that of all the things he's done, she was his greatest mistake. He tells her how he ignored all his instincts when he married her, and that even now, knowing she has been sent to kill him, if he had a chance to change his actions, he's not sure whether he would. They both put their guns on the table, and Fury asks Varra the story of how she became Priscilla. She reveals that Dr. Priscilla Davis was dying from a congenital heart defect. Varra visited her almost every day, but not entirely out of kindness. She was looking for someone who could slip past Fury's defenses, prompting him to remark that she was playing the long game even then. Whether that's true or not, one day when it became clear that the real Priscilla was about to die, Varra told her everything and asked to assume her life. The dying woman then made Varra make her 3 promises. First, to bury her at sea. Second, to continue to be a daughter to her parents. And third, to never hurt Nick. They then recite Late Fragment again, and at the final line they draw their guns and fire, and neither of them hits the other. Fury jokes that he doesn't know whether to ask for a divorce or to renew their vows. It's a tense, powerful scene that's as thrilling as the most action-packed moments Marvel has had so far. Before he leaves, Varra asks Fury if he would have loved her if she had remained her true self. In Rhodey's hotel suite, it's a female Skrull who's been impersonating him. Skrull Rhodey finds Fury waiting for him, with a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle's Family Reserve bourbon. They share a drink, and Fury tells Rhodey that there's a Skrull spy close to the president asking to have his job back. But Skrull Rhodey in turn shows Fury a video of Gravik as Fury killing Maria Hill, blackmailing him. Rhodey then promises to make sure the video doesn't get out, so long as Fury stops spreading his wild conspiracies. Of course, Fury has a whole other scheme playing out. We cut to Fury and Talos in the car, with the reveal that Fury put a liquid location tracker in the bourbon. They use the tracker to follow Rhodey to an airstrip, where President Ritson has just landed for a bilateral summit with Russia. There's a moment of levity when the president asks Rhodey if he's drunk, telling an aide to get Rhodey a large coffee for the road. Once they're on the road, it doesn't take long before the convoy comes under attack. Gravik attacks and Fury loses his best friend. Gravik and his team fire rockets at the president's car, launching an all-out assault on the convoy while disguised as Russians. The president is knocked out inside his car but luckily still alive, but Gravik pushes the offensive, massacring the president's security. Fury and Talos arrive, but by then the battle is in full swing. During the course of the battle, Gravik reveals more of his Super Skrull powers, using Groot's ability to kill a man, while Fury and Talos desperately try to get to the president. British troops arrive on the scene and help them get to the president's car, with Talos using his super strength to break open the reinforced glass window. Gravik notices and has Pagan shoot Talos. But even as he's dying and quickly losing his human shape, Talos continues to bang on the glass, eventually shattering it so Fury can rescue the president. She heals thanks to her new Extremis. While Fury takes the president to his car, one of the soldiers picks up Talos. Fury draws a gun on the soldier and tells him to put him down. When the soldier doesn't comply, Fury shoots him. The soldier then transforms back to Gravik, stabbing Talos. Screaming, Fury tries to kill Gravik, but the Skrull leader heals instantly thanks to his enhancements. The Skrull get away and Fury has no choice but to escape, once again leaving behind the corpse of a loved one.